Alright, how is it going, guys? Today, I have the start of a brand new mini-series I will be doing. If you couldn't tell by the name of the ship, I will be doing a planetary ship tour type thing. Basically, I'm going to be making ships that have planetary names and are kind of representative of the planets. And I wanted to go big first, kind of get you guys hooked in. And this is also the first one that I did, the Jupiter. It is going to be the widest, or at least the biggest ship that I'm making. I've already also made the Saturn, and the Saturn is not necessarily the widest, but it is the longest because Saturn has massive rings, and so I felt like that'd be fitting. And the Earth is a little bit smaller than, I guess it's a lot smaller than the Jupiter, really, and then the Mars is the same size as the Earth pretty much, and you get it. Hopefully, you get the point. Basically, it's just different types of ships, but with planetary names, and they've all got the same little color scheme, which is yellow and gray. And if I sound a little off, I've been a little bit sick, so my throat is going to sound a little more nasally. Anyways, like I said, we've got the Jupiter here. I'll give you a little flyby tour. We've got two big hydrogen thrusters on the back, a couple of ion thrusters, lights on the side. I'm blanking a little bit here. A little bit of hydrogen thrust on the bottom. I'm not quite sure if this thing can go interplanetary, because 6 hydrogen thrusters isn't a lot, but this ship doesn't weigh too much either. So it's a little bit questionable. Alright, I'm back. I had to get a drink of water. My throat, like I said, is killing me. Anyways, we've got these kind of hidden landing gears right here. They're not necessarily hidden, but they're more protected than other landing gears on my ships have been in the past. We've got 4 of them, pretty well spaced out, so you can land wherever you want pretty much without worrying about risk of damage to the body. Thrust on the side here, a mix of ion and hydrogen, more thrust on the side. And then I believe, we have forward or backwards, backwards thrust here, so the ship can go backwards, break itself a little bit, And then we've got more small backwards thrust here so it can break, and then ion as well. And then I believe that is it for the sides. I tried to make this ship have a little bit more texture than my other ships, so we've got this thing right here. It's a little lip instead. I've seen other people use this design before as well, and I think it looks great, so I decided to incorporate it. So we've got this little, it just makes it more textured, And then at the top of the ship, before we do any more tours, these windows don't do anything. They are just for effect. And then we've got, I guess these are top thrust. Yeah, because they would push up. And then we've got a ladder going up to here so you could access, I guess the gravity's messing me up, but you can access the top. And then we've got more weapons on the side, Gatling guns, artillery turrets, a connector right here so you can land a ship. There is no hangar bay on this ship. There is on the Saturn, but there's not one on this one. So you've got one little connector here to connect the ship, but it works out pretty well because you've got stairs leading from the cockpit down here, so you could access it pretty easily. More top thrust to kind of brake, I guess, when you're going upwards. And then solar panels. And that is pretty much it for the outside of the ship. I will do the cockpit last, and so we will enter the ship through here. There's a connector right here. The ladder kind of messes it up a little bit, so you would have to have an exposed connector, give a little space between the 2 blocks. But other than that, it works pretty well. And you could exit the cockpit onto the ladder, and then it would be pretty easy. Like if you had a door to your ship right here, you can get off and then walk under. But yeah, here's the airlock, I guess. You got 2 doors, so oxygen doesn't really escape too much. You've got a light here illuminating this little passageway. And then these lights right here, they're not too bright. That's why I had to add this light right there. But it works. And then we've got more lights on the side here to help illuminate the passageway a little bit more. And the interior, if you couldn't tell, is, I think it's white. It's really hard to tell with the lights. Oh no, it's gray. Never mind. I thought it was white. It's like a lighter gray, though, than the outside, so it works pretty well, I guess. Anyways, this is kind of like the lobby right here. You've got air vents, lights, and then 2 options. You could go up or you could go through the center. And we'll go through the center first. through these doors. We've got an empty space here. I don't really know what to do with this, so if you guys have any ideas, tell me down below, and then I could do like an updated tour of this in the future if you want. But we go through this wide hallway, and I think it'd be pretty cool to make like a tiny little one by I guess 3, but it would be a small grid, so it'd be a little different. But a small little like golf cart to go through this hallway, it'd be pretty cool. But I don't know if that's really possible. But I'll try it maybe later if I feel like it. And then we go through this door right here. There are 2 doors actually. The first one is crew quarters. So you've got, I think, quite a few beds actually. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 beds. Quite a few lockers, armories, a bookshelf, a desk for meetings. And then this door right here leads to nothing. It's just access to conveyors. And then I believe, it's just conveyors. If you wanted to put like a cargo container here, you could, and you can access more stuff. But if I want to put more things in here, maybe like extra, I don't know, I could fit more turrets if I carve out this wall. But I feel like this ship is already pretty well armed for what its purpose is, and that is to transport people, not necessarily cargo or ships, mainly just people. Anyways, you go through this door right here, and you've got bathrooms, and I really like this bathroom setup. I'm not gonna lie, it's one of my favorite setups that I've done. It just looks more welcoming. You've got the classic bathroom design with the doors, but then you've got an aquarium right here, kind of brings the room to life a little bit. Planters in the middle, and then the ship is symmetrical, so it's the same thing on the other side, just extra space. But yeah, it looks pretty cool. I like this bathroom layout. And then going through, continuing down the hallway, we've got 2 more doors. This one leads to the command room, and this is the secondary command room. It's got more protection than the first, which is up top, as you saw earlier, and it's got LCD screens, so if there was ever like a program that could let you project what the camera sees onto these, like if I had a front-facing camera, which I think I do, but if I could project what that sees onto here, that'd be amazing, and I would do that in a heartbeat. We've got weapon racks just in case something goes wrong. And then I think, we've got a turret right here to protect us in case someone intrudes. It's like the last line of defense. And then a projection table right here. If we want to project blueprints of whatever ships land on top of us, or of this ship itself, we could do that. We go through here. I believe it's just, it's programmable stuff. So we've got a remote control here. This is kind of a big ship to take control of remotely, but it is possible to do it. 3 programmable blocks, an event controller, 2 custom turrets if I need to use them. I believe these are more event controllers, another programmable block, and then timers. So it's in case I want to automate this ship, I can, but I'm not really too great at that, so I'm kind of leaving that. If people want to do that themselves, I'm leaving that up to them. And then through this door right here, we've got access to the reactors and the refinery and the assembler if you want to access those. But that's the first level of the ship. If you're wondering what's back here, I believe it is thrusters and cargo containers. I think if I go to F8, maybe, I could show you guys a little bit better. So this is spectator mode. If you're on Windows, it's F8. So if we go through here, I believe we could see, where are we? We are right here. There's my little character. Pretty cool. You go through here, and you get access to all this junk in the back. So we've got gyroscopes, gravity generator, hydrogen tanks, a lot of thrust. Storage, we have 4 large cargo containers. Like I said, it's not meant to store a whole lot. Most of that would be ice for hydrogen. But it's pretty nifty. Anyways, press F6 and you're back to free walking mode. So we go through this door right here. We exit the chamber. We go up to the top. Here's the second floor. We've got a pretty cool viewing deck. I like it a lot. I think it looks pretty cool. If you sit here, you get a pretty decent view. It's got 2 couches, so you could sit 2 people. And then these doors are the same as down on the other floor. It's just a little bit more separated because I've got a viewing deck right here. But like I said, you've got access to both if you need them. And then we've got stores, contracts, ATM, more stores, and then symmetry on the other side. And so we go through this door right here, and we've got 2 rooms. This one right here is I think they're both the same, actually. Yeah, they're both captain's rooms. So they're like a little bit bigger, They only fit one person. They've got their own bathroom, pretty wide, just for a captain. They've got their own air vents. It's just special treatment, I guess. Go through these sides right here. I made use of the Willis ducks. I've never really used them before, but I thought it made a little bit more sense to use one over here. Basically, what it leads to is, I believe, the jump drives. Yeah. So we've got one jump drive here, and I think that's it. And then we've got a few batteries. But it looks pretty cool. And it's ventilated, so you've got access to the vents. And I think, yeah, it's just vents back there. There's nothing special. And then if you want to exit the Willis duct, you can. I just wanted to use a Willis duct for the first time because I've never really used them before. And they're really just, I guess, for roleplay. They really don't serve a good purpose in-game. But then we go through this door right here. You've got the med bay, cryo chambers, enough to fit our crew, I think. And then planters, medical stations, and then a science kit. But that's about it. Anyways, we go up these stairs, and you get access to the command center. This is the main command center. You've got two little control seats, and then a helm. The helm is blocked by this pillar right here, but it's also protected from gunfire from the front. So it's a little bit of a trade-off. These guys right here got a pretty good view. You can see pretty much anything. You've got viewports right here. Not super helpful, but they let light in. Weapon racks. And then, of course, this is like a... I guess it's like a... It's not really... I don't know how to describe it. It's a 3-corner staircase. So you get access to the back of the ship if you want. And like I said earlier, go down these steps so you get access to a ship. So, pretty cool. And I will give you guys a flight demo real fast. I will command it from the helm, just because I like to sit here. It's like dead center of the ship. Let me change the view a little bit. Oh, let's switch so we can view. Okay. So, it's got a pretty slow 0 to 60. Mainly because it's got 2 thrusters on the back, and that's about it. But it climbs pretty well. And it's not meant to be super fast or anything. It's really just meant to transport people. So it doesn't need to be fast. It just needs to get where it wants to go. And now we have a pretty decent slowdown time. Let me pull up the jump drive real fast. There we go. I can show you guys once we stop moving. Let me help us out a little bit. Once we stop moving, I can show you guys a little jump drive demo. I think I've done this before in one of my videos, but I've got a few more views per video now. So if you guys are wondering what a jump drive does, I can show you guys now. So whenever you have to stop moving to use a jump drive. So now we've stopped moving. And if I press 1, I'm blind jumping, which means I don't have a coordinate selected. And I'm going to go 741 kilometers away. And you have to be seated to jump, so I'm seated. So here we go. It looks pretty cool. It's like a Star Wars type of thing. It looks pretty neat. This wouldn't be able to happen in real life. It's pretty fictional, but looks cool. You can't really tell I've jumped anywhere because we're in dead space, but it looks awesome. Anyways, I'll show you guys the upward thrust really fast. It goes a lot faster than the forward thrust because we've got 6 of them instead of 2. But pretty efficient. And we've also got a pretty efficient slowing time. Not great, but it's alright. Anyways, that is it for the first video on the Planetary series of ships. I don't know which one I'll be doing next. If I do the Mars, Mercury, Venus, Earth, I'll probably all combine them into one video just because they're so small. But yeah, stay tuned for more, and I'll see you guys next time. Thank you.